going to revisit the torso model, also called the clamshell model. Not only is this a good model of the front of the thorax and abdomen, but it's also a lot of fun to spin. So you don't have to spin it, but you can. It's great fun. Let's review what we know. We know that pectoralis major was removed. We see pectoralis minor, and this is serratus anterior. What we have not seen yet are the intercostal muscles. We have 3 layers of intercostals. Our layer here with the hands in pocket orientation, that goes from superior lateral to inferior medial. This is our external intercostals. They are open anteriorly. So right here, running in the opposite direction, that is running from superior lateral to inferior medial, is our second layer. That would be our internal intercostals. The orientation here is like Egyptian princess. That's our second layer. And the second layer, internal intercostals, are open posteriorly. If we turn this around, we have a third layer. This third layer is our transversus thoracis. Transversus thoracis we see on the anterior, we see on the posterior, and we see on the sides. If we see it on the sides, it is called innermost intercostal. Same muscle, different name depending on the location. So this is layer 2. This would also be our internal intercostal. While we're on the inside, we see an artery running down here. This is our internal thoracic artery, and branches that go across here would be our intercostal vein, artery, and nerve going from superior to inferior. We have the vein, artery, and nerve. We only see the artery shown on this particular model. Okay. Next, we're going to go down. Isn't this fun to spin? Next, we're going to go down to the abdomen, and we have the same pattern here on the side, 3 layers and the same orientation. Our hands in pocket orientation is our external oblique. Our second layer, which we only see in a thin line here in the middle, can we see that? That is our internal oblique. And remember, you see these also very clearly separated on the cadaver. And our third layer going across here would be our transversus abdominis. The name makes sense because you are transversing the abdomen, right? Here we have a sheath on the posterior. That's our posterior rectus sheath. There's a muscle underneath here that I'll visit in just a minute. If we go to the anterior, we have an anterior rectus sheath. The reason it's called the rectus sheath, anterior or posterior, is because this muscle here is our rectus abdominis. Rectus meaning straight, so it goes straight over the abdomen, rectus abdominis. So think of this as the rectus abdominis is like a sandwich between the 2 sheaths. We have the rectus abdominis muscle covered by the anterior rectus sheath in the front, spinning it around, and the posterior rectus sheath on the back. So this again is our rectus abdominis muscle. And in the layers here between these white lines, 1, 2, 3, these are our tendinous inscriptions. Tendinous inscriptions adhere to the skin, and what that does is it doesn't bulge the way a muscle does. If we work these muscles here and we don't have a great deal of subcutaneous fat, that can give you that 6-pack. But if you look at this anatomically, we all each have an 8-pack. So I think we're being shorted by the beer companies. Beer should come in 8-packs, not 6-packs. But anyhow, those are the rectus abdominis and the tendinous inscriptions. Running right down the center, the white line is linea alba, which is Latin for white line. So I think that's pretty much all we need on the clamshell or torso model. I will point out that this structure going across here, do you see with the hash lines, is supposed to represent the diaphragm. Remember, the diaphragm is innervated by phrenic nerve. C3, 4, 5 keeps your diaphragm alive.